So you said you went to the movies this weekend. What you watch?
Yeah, so took my wife on Valentine's night to watch Captain America: Brave New World. I will say I'm not gonna give it a grade because Marvel has been sort of on a decline of late. But as a espionage spy movie, it's a pretty good movie. It's not what I would say top tier Marvel.
Is this a spoilers alert?
I'm gonna talk about the overall view of the movie. I won't give any serious spoilers away, and anything I say won't won't take away from the plot of the movie. Most of the things I'm going to say you already know from the trailer, so I will give you the highlights. Anthony Mackie was immaculate in the movie. He really took the movie and made it his own role. You can tell that he understands the weight of taking this mantle from Steve Rogers for sure. The leader is kind of the antagonist in the movie, but I think they really misused that leader plot for sure. I get what they were going for, but I will say this: the movie you can tell was cut several times. There was clearly an original plan for the movie, and Kevin Feige, which most of us know, came in and was like, "This movie is crap," and redid it. You can feel that in the movie. There's I won't give any spoilers away. There's two obvious plot devices. And if you watch movies enough, you can kind of feel that there is a Red Hulk plot device and then there's a leader plot device. They try to make them work at the culmination of the movie, but it just feels like a stretch. It feels like someone really wanted to make this movie a good movie out of something that was not originally a good movie. And you can feel it. The pacing is fine. The new Falcon was endearing. I think that he will be something to watch moving forward. The Red Hulk thing, which was all over the trailers, I will say the Red Hulk thing, I wish they, after watching the movie, I wish they wouldn't have shown him so much in the trailer. Because you really get the sense in the movie that because you watched the trailers already, you kind of already know when the Red Hulk is going to show up as soon as the movie starts. Which kind of gives you this like feeling that the trailers may have spoiled one of the big plot points in the movie. You don't know that watching the trailers, but as soon as you get in the movie, you kind of feel it. That they really lean heavily into, and I get why. The movie needed more oomph. You have Anthony Mackie filling in some big shoes for Steve Rogers. You really don't have anyone on a lunchbox per se. I mean, you don't have any major Avengers still around. Tony Stark's gone. Steve Rogers is gone. Black Widow is gone. So you have this one person who, and they say this in the trailer, is trying to essentially restart the Avengers. The problem that I have with that in the movie is that would make sense for me as a fan if I knew who was potentially going to be an Avenger. But every movie before this didn't really give you that feeling. We had Moon Knight, but they kind of let that just die. We haven't seen him since. We've had Shang-Chi. They haven't brought him back since. We've had Miss Marvel. Haven't brought her back since. We've had Kate Bishop. Haven't brought her back since. So you really don't get a sense of, okay, if Sam Wilson, the new Captain America, is going to be forming a new Avengers team, who are they? I mean, who? And I hate to say it, but at the end of the movie, you still have no sense of what's happening moving forward. It doesn't. For a Marvel franchise that's always set the tone of moving the needle forward, I will say that this movie, if you're going to watch it for the sheer fact that you want to see how this movie moves the needle forward in the MCU, I think you'll be disappointed. Because this movie does not push the envelope. It really doesn't. If I had to give it,
Let's give it a Tracy score. What would you give it?
if I had to give it a Tracy score, which for me, my scores are graded by 3 parts. Is the movie captivating? Does the plot move the movie forward? And did it stick the landing? For me, those 3 things have to happen to make a good movie. I think the movie did everything for me except the last one. You can tell they really wanted to make a good movie. Kevin Feige really had faith in the movie. You can tell they're really trying to build something off the new Captain America. But if I had to give it a Tracy score, I will say that the movie didn't stick the landing, so I'll probably give it a 5.5. Just because.
Is that out of 10?
Out of 10. Because the Marvel movies, at least the best ones, they did a good job in explaining why this movie is important. Like, you need to watch this movie because if you don't watch this movie, you won't understand the MCU moving forward. There's a chain of events you need to know. This movie didn't really give you that feeling. It felt like, honestly, you know what it felt like? It felt like a sequel to the original, or to the sequel to the Ed Norton's The Hulk movie, which the average MCU fan probably hasn't even watched. So, because it doesn't push the needle forward, and because it doesn't really wrap up any plots, and because it's not really a great MCU movie, I'd say wait till it comes out on streaming. You really don't need to see this in the theater. Unless you just want to see Captain America Sam Wilson on the big screen. But if you're really watching this to see the needle move forward, you can watch it on Disney Plus. You're not going to miss anything.